This afternoon in Federal District Court for the Northern District of Ohio, the state of Ohio has sued Norfolk and Southern over the February 3rd derailment and subsequent toxic spill that occurred near the village, in the village of East Palestine. This is a 53-count complaint, 106 pages, and looks to hold Norfolk and Southern responsible for their actions.
All right, so that was Attorney General Dave Yost of Ohio, bringing a lawsuit against the rail company Norfolk Southern for that derailment in East Palestine, and then the subsequent burning of toxic chemicals, which they consulted no one about before they did it. So it is actually a 58-count lawsuit, according to the Washington Post, that was filed Tuesday in the U.S. District Court in Northeastern Ohio, seeking at least $75,000 in damages. I feel like we could go a little higher, but the amount will balloon because authorities are still calculating how much they've spent on the disaster. There we go. So how much local authorities have had to actually help with this cleanup. So this is still from Dave Yost. The fallout of this highly preventable incident may continue for years to come. There's still so much we don't know about the long-term effects on our air, water, and soil. So at least you got locals and folks standing up for the people of East Palestine. Notice how he wasn't drinking any water during that statement. And I'm very excited to see an official not do that stunt. But just some responses, and then I'll kick it to you, Jayar. So Norfolk Southern, they say, the company says they're committed to cleaning up the town, providing financial assistance to those affected. They're also aware of residents' concerns, including their long-term health, property values, and access to potable water. This is from Connor Spielmaker. Every day since the derailment, our goal has been to make it right for the people of East Palestine and the surrounding communities. We are making progress every day, cleaning the site safely and thoroughly, providing financial assistance to residents and businesses that have been affected, and investing to help East Palestine and the communities around it thrive. What do you think, Jayar?
Well, I guess it's as with maybe the health issues that could be going forward after the spill, and folks that are still there that can't leave, being affected by it as we go into the future, which is unknown for now. Also, this is gonna will wait to be seen what it is that they're doing. Because again, when it comes to companies like this, we see the way the delay happened with just them getting there and doing something about it because they're thinking, yo, we don't know yet. And maybe that's the first problem. It starts with PR because again, this is a business. So if something like this happens, the first thought is how do we make sure this doesn't look so bad for us that it affects our business going forward? Right. I mean, F the spill, F the people. We're trying to make sure this doesn't affect us further. That's number one on their list, again, because it's a capitalist society. So we have to make sure that we're making our money again on the back end of this. Whether or not they care enough about it or not, that has to be number one. So that's why they didn't show up until now. So then these are nice statements to say what they're doing is supporting the community financially and rebuilding and cleaning and doing all that. But then how, and if they don't understand it, which I guess it's not the folks that are cleaning up's fault, how do you know exactly how it's affected? We're still waiting and seeing, but you have to be able to say that if you're gonna be honest enough with folks around there, and then all the blame will continue to be on you. The onus will be on you to make sure that it's happening a certain way. And will they? We'll see. We remember Flint. I mean, that kind of just faded away. Did it ever get actually fixed?
No one went to jail. No one served time. These are, I believe, criminal acts, and they're gonna keep, look, Norfolk Southern already has had another derailment. They are not committing to stopping the transfer of toxic chemicals. They're not committing to any meaningful consultation. They're not committing to adding new brakes that they know would actually stop derailments like this to their current rail system. And we're just kind of on a wing and a prayer, like, hey, I guess we hope that they do the right thing. And so of course you're gonna get a lawsuit thrown at you, because that is sort of how we do it in this nation, that we don't have regulations. We have after the fact lawsuits to try and make people whole. But of course, how much is gonna make you whole when you straight up can't drink your own groundwater?
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.